Thanks, Gavin. Well, of course, it is breakfast time, so you expect the smells of bacon and scrambled egg to waft around the studio. Is that what we're smelling around here? Not on your life. It's cauliflowers I've been smelling for the last 2 hours. Michael Berry, what are you doing?
I have to tell you that your reputation is smell of baked beans at breakfast time.
Thank you. Carry on.
Yes, well, in the shops at the moment, there's a whole lot of really marvellous quality cauliflowers and broccoli at very, very low prices. There was a time when vegetables were cheap, but these days they tend to be pretty expensive. But even at the most expensive sort of end of the market, you'll still get a first-class cauliflower today at about 35p, and the broccoli sometimes down to as little as 60 pence a pound, and it's really quite a luxury. When you're buying them, by the way, do look for a couple of things. Sometimes you get very big, open cauliflowers sold quite cheaply. They're not a lot better or better value than small, tightly packed ones, because if they're tightly packed, the weight is really quite considerable, and as they're always sold by the piece and not by weight, it's often quite clever to buy the one that weighs the heaviest in your hand and not necessarily the one that looks the biggest. Normally we eat cauliflower in this country as cauliflower cheese, but I've got a couple of different recipes. I love cauliflower cheese, but there are a couple of things I think worth doing slightly differently as well. The first thing I'm going to do is a salad. I've already cooked this cauliflower and a little broccoli, because I know that Nick's not a great cauliflower champion, but you do like a touch of the broccoli.
Yes,
don't you?
Well, I do quite like
You're
cauliflower.
Really quite
but
suave
broccoli,
and
I'm mad
sophisticated
about.
underneath. Right.
But I just must ask you something. We had a vitamins expert in yesterday who told us that half the vegetables and fruit we eat don't have any vitamins in. What do you say to that?
Well, I think it may be true if you cook them too much. But what I've done with these, and it's particularly important for cold food, for salad, is it's quite firm still, and if you actually do it, it snaps still, right? If you bite it, it's still got a texture to it. I think that's what stops you losing all the vitamins.
Right, carry on, sir.
Thank you. Right, the exam's over, isn't it? Okay. To make this salad, and I'm assuming it's for about 4 people, 1 cauliflower and really less than half a pound of broccoli, which is there for the colour as well as really for the flavour. Something very simple. Cut it in 4. Get a salad bowl. Cut it into 4 pieces. Don't break it into florets. It's 4 pieces. It ought to be. And I'll show you why in a minute. Obviously bits fall off it, they always do whenever I'm doing anything, but you can slide those in quietly. The idea is to have 4 bits that you can serve in nice, neat portions. And put the very pretty green broccoli. It goes a lovely dark green and not sort of khaki if you don't overcook it. Put the bits of broccoli around it as prettily as you can. And the secret of it is the sauce, or really the salad dressing. Most salad dressings with something like cauliflower are just too harsh, they're too sharp, and that's because they have vinegar in them. I'm going to suggest you take some lemon juice, about a small coffee cupful, and you add to it a level teaspoonful of sugar and half that of salt. All this before you put anything else in the dressing, remember. No oil in yet. And the same amount, about half a teaspoonful of mustard. That's a English grain mustard I'm using there, but you can use the ordinary sort you have with salt beef. Give it a bit of, with roast beef, give it a bit of a twist with a whisk or a fork, and then add twice as much oil as you had lemon juice. Not 4 or 5 times as you sometimes see in recipes, but just twice as much. Now the lemon juice has a lovely sharpness to it when you're going to a bit of a mix together so it's blended. You add it to the cauliflower, and the cauliflower's got a bland taste, and so has the broccoli. And that's why when you add the lemon juice, you get, and with the mustard as well, you get a little extra sharpness in it. It's also, as you can see, extremely pretty and attractive to eat with the eye as well as with the mouth. I've also got another cauliflower here, which I've already cooked and broken into florets. And I've got a frying pan which has been heating up, slightly too much, a little bit of smoke coming out of it, never mind. It's all got to be done in about 30 seconds, you see. Put into that a large walnut of butter, and I'll move some of this out of the way so you can see. A bit of mustard, and some breadcrumbs, not the sort of breadcrumbs that you use to coat fish with. They mustn't be the toasted ones, they've got to be fresh. You can make them in a liquidizer or a processor like this, or if you like, you can make them by grating the bread. while the bread's frying, the breadcrumbs are frying, you add a bit of garlic salt, and you give it a quick stir.
Can I just move that out of the way?
Oh, thanks very much. And then you add the cauliflower while they're frying, and you let that heat through. And here comes the last little bit that goes on it. A couple of hard-boiled eggs. I'll clear that out of the way from my chopping board. And what you do is you take the yolk out of the egg. Where's my knife? You chop the white roughly, like that. And then you don't chop the yolk. You dish the cauliflower, which should have warmed through and have got a little golden on it, and you add the garlicky breadcrumbs.
Do you try and get some of it into the dish?
And you try and get some of it into the dish. Thank you. I missed the script at that particular moment. And then you put the egg white over the top, and with a fork, not with a knife, crumble a bit of the egg yolk, because if you do it with a knife, it becomes impossible. Crumble it, and then just sprinkle the yolk over the top. It's lovely because you get the flavour of the cauliflower, the slight garlic of the breadcrumbs, which are crispy and buttery.
Very nice.
And the egg
Perhaps
makes a kind of pretty colour over the top of it.
Try some during the break, perhaps.
Yes, you can.
Thanks a lot, Mike. That's great.